What's up, you guys, man? This is your boy, and this is Durant Podcast, man. We doing our thing live and direct. Hey, you guys, I'm back with another one. Hey, we're doing the Spence Bud Crawford breakdown. I'm gonna give y'all my key points to where I think both of these fighters can have success in this fight, and then I'm gonna break it down and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the punch selections that should be thrown in this fight for each of the fighters to have success. And then I'm gonna give my general prediction, early prediction of the fight, and then as the fight get closer, we'll do more. We'll do more predictions and everything like that, and things of that nature. So let me go on and get into it, man. We have Errol the Truth Spence. Great welterweight fighter, man. Been at welterweight his whole career. And then we have Bud Crawford. Animal, beast, you name it. That's what he is. Dude is greatness, man. Dude was undisputed at 140. Came from 135, undisputed at 140. And on his way to try to get, be undisputed at 47. Dude is he's an amazing fighter, amazing skill. Errol Spence also has amazing technical skill. He's very technical. Everything's tight when it comes to Errol Spence, and fundamentally sound, man. You can call him boring, you can call him this, you call him that, but Errol Spence gets the job done. I've never seen him get in the ring where he was outclassed and outmatched. Never seen it. Same thing with Bud. So this is the definition of a 50-50 fight, but there's a slight difference. A slight difference in how both of these men get work in. I'm going to demonstrate that as well. But also, I want to let y'all know that in this fight, it's going to come down to who is feeling the best that morning when they wake up. That's what it comes down to. Who's feeling the best when they wake up that morning? Is Errol getting out the bed, not hitting his foot on the side of the bed? Is he jumping out of bed, in his bag? Is Terrence doing the same thing? Because I'm going to just tell you this. These guys have what it takes to be one of the greatest 47 welterweight fighters of all time. They have what it takes. This fight here sets it up. This is all about legacy. This is about legacy. This is about history. This is about all that. And when you have those two things playing in a factor, this is what makes the fight such a big fight for everybody involved. Everybody tune in July 29th. Everybody I know is tuning in July 29th. I'm going to be tuning in July. And you know what the crazy part is? I'm going to buy this fight. I'm going to buy this fight. And I normally don't buy fights. But this one, I don't want no hiccups. I don't want nothing. I'm buying this fight. I'm buying this fight because I want to support. And it's not just about not wanting it to, if I'm on a stream, it cutting off or something like that. I want to support this fight. I want to support these guys, man, because that's what it's about. That's how you get these big fights on. When you show, the fans come out to see it. And so that's one of those things where, man, these dudes are getting a big payday. I'm happy for them. I'm proud of these two brothers, man, to make it to the top and be the last two standing at this 47 division after everybody cleared the dust. And so this fight has so many intriguing ways. But let me break down to you how I think Errol Spence wins this fight. The one thing about Errol Spence that we all know, he going to work from 1 to 12. He going to work. He going to work. I'm going to demonstrate everything that he does and all that. I'm just giving y'all the verbiage. He's going to work. One thing I know about Errol Spence, he's going to work behind his jab. He'll work behind his jab. He'll work behind the jab. And then boom, to the body with the left. I'm telling you, that's how Errol Spence has his success. And once he starts hitting you to the body, and then he starts standing flat foot and getting comfortable, and he felt your power, and he's okay with it, then we know Errol Spence is going to go forward. And he's going to go forward. And he's going to keep going forward. And then he's going to end up breaking you in the end. And that's what Errol Spence does. He breaks you round by round. And if you notice his opponents, round by round, they punch count start to do this. And his start to do this. And the work rate goes up. And the work rate keep going up. And that's how this guy wins fights, he breaks the fighters down until either he gets a knockdown or they stop the fight. I mean, if you watch his last fight against Ugas, everybody say it wasn't it wasn't his sharpest performance by any stretch of the imagination. But if you watched him fight, he did the same thing you normally do. Break him down. I mean, the stuff that he did to Ugas had broken ribs. Ugas' eye broke. His eye was bleeding on the inside of it for 40 hours after the fight. They had to fix his eyesight. They had to fix his, he break people's eyes up all the time. And so, you know what, there's a lot of punches that lead to that. But that uppercut, that's a key punch in the fight. Let me tell you why. Because if you notice anything about Terrence Crawford, he has a really high guard, like Ugas did. It's really high, but it's out like this, which it blocks all the hooks and stuff like that. Even sometimes blocks the jab. But if you notice, what's open? The chin. And sometimes Bud Crawford's chin do be high in the air. And that's what he has to watch out for, is that. And on Errol Spence's side, I just talked about how he can win it. Let me tell you what he has to watch out for when it comes to Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford. This guy is amazing. This dude knows what he's doing when he get in the ring. And when he got you hurt, good night. And that's what Errol can't let him do. If he hurt him, it's over. I watched it too many times. He hurts guys, and they're out of there. They don't survive. And so this is the key part. So the thing about Bud, his key to victory is gonna be when Errol's in that throwing element, and they're working on the inside. Bud got to throw shots in between. His shots got to come in between Errol's punches. You can't just throw one. It's got to be a combo. It got to be a boom, boom, boom. It has to be a combination. You can't just hit Errol with one punch. It's not gonna work. I watched it. I watched guys hit him one punch. It's not gonna work. You're gonna have to throw combinations within him throwing his punches, or else. And another thing, I know one thing about Bud. One thing that I do know about Bud it's gonna start slow. This is the fight that you cannot start slow in and let Errol build up momentum, because it'll hurt you later on in the fight. What Bud has to do is, I'm calculating quick. I need to know I know what to do. What you can't do is let Errol Spence get the first 3 out of 4 rounds. That's not good. What you can't do is let Errol get the first 4 out of 4. If Errol wins the first 4 rounds, that's gonna let me know, oh, you think you can knock him out. You're depending on a knockout at that point. You're depending on a knockout at that point. If Errol Spence gets the first 4 rounds, you're depending on a knockout. And a lot of times that doesn't happen in those situations, like I said. But Bud's best shot, to me, to win this fight is a knockout. And it's going to be catching Errol up in between his punches. When Errol sometimes with Errol, he does drop his left hand. That right hand, bow. That's why if I'm Bud, I might go orthodox a little bit more than southpaw this fight, because of the fact of the right hand. That's what Errol gets hit with. If you notice in all his fights where he's been in a little bit of trouble, it's been with the right hand. And that's because he's southpaw. So the right hand is susceptible. The right hand is the punch. That is the punch to win the fight. And another thing that Bud can do, Bud knows how to throw timely body shots. He's not the body shot artist that Errol is. But Bud knows how to throw timely body shots. That'll be key too, because that'll slow down Errol. That'll give Errol something to think about when he's on his way in. So, but I also think Terrence moving his feet is very important. You need to be on your toes at all times when you're fighting against Errol Spence, because what you can't do is get stationary. When you start doing this and getting stationary, you better be throwing something back that's heavy. Because if you get stationary with Errol Spence is known to take you out. Stay off the ropes. And I know one thing about Bud that I like is he gonna grab you. You put him in a situation where, oh, I can't defend myself or I can't win, he's gonna grab you. And that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. And I'm telling you now, Errol Truth, the truth, he's gonna have to show why that's his name. Terrence Bud Crawford is going to show why they call him Bud. That is a very important respect early in the fight. Earn your respect early, because right now, as of right now, it's alpha dog on alpha dog. When you got alpha dog on alpha dog, you meet here, and who gonna get that respect? You gotta get respect from your opponent early in this fight, because then it'll set the tone. Like, you know I'm not playing with you. You know what it's hitting for, and I'm just telling y'all now. You're gonna have to really tune in on this fight, and what I want people to do in this fight, it's probably gonna sound stupid to y'all, but do this, and I promise you won't be disappointed. Watch the feet. Watch the feet war between these guys, because the feet war, it's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be very important, because Errol, where your feet at? When Bud is trying to get away, where your feet at? Are you stepping back? Are you going forward? Where your feet at? Are you cutting off the ring? Are you making sure that he can't exit one way or the other? What are you doing? And that's gonna be the question. And then Bud, I got questions for you. What you gonna do when Errol's coming forward at you, and you kind of gotta go into that, you gotta defend yourself. Are you counter-punching all night? That's the question. Are you counter-punching all night? Because if you're counter-punching all night, the thing about that is you're gonna have to make sure that you save yourself too. Because a counter-puncher can get counter-punched. You can slip a punch, throw a counter, and boom, right back at you. Boom. You gotta be careful that even when you exchanging, don't stay long in there. Stay for enough time to get your respect and get up out the back door. And I'm telling you, because Errol's gonna flood the basement. That's what Teddy Atlas call it. Flooding the basement. That means I'm going to that body. My body. Your body. That's what he's doing. He going to the body. And the thing about Errol is he's gonna go to the body consistently. He ain't gonna do it a couple times. He gonna consistently throw to that body until he get what he want accomplished. And if you stay there, and sometimes one of the disadvantages of Bud is he stay there and fight too much. He stand there, he fights entirely too much. And so when you have that going on, and you got another situation going on, then what you have to do is just lock in if you're these fighters from here on out. Lock into the gym, lock in with studying, lock in with footwork, lock in the sparring, lock in. It got to be crisp. If I'm any of these judges, or not even judges, but if I'm any of these teams' trainers, I'm telling my guy to lock in. Look so focused on this fight. So guys, we're going to go ahead and get to the demonstration side of this thing, okay? All right, let's get to it.